Mork Kenji Neverwinter.
Hey guys, I'm back from Neverwinter. So today I want to share about a race that I want to use for my new Paladin Stella. So I've been research some of information from Reddit, Facebook, and other resources. So let's check it out. So here's from Reddit Neverwinter. It said that what class race should I pick for tank. So here I picked some of info that will be used to for this guide, for your guide also, right? So here I saw that some of the comment by the player. Alright, we look at it. Alright, rest doesn't matter. Can you possibly eke out 1% of experience, maybe not that. Okay, alright. Let's see here. Mr. DZ said that saying you're looking pick up is Dragonborn. You can pick your 2+ human, 3 extra heroic, fit, and dwarf is fail-safe tankness. So yes, still Dragonborn is the best right now, I know. Okay, here's one from Tazabiat, one of my friends. Said that for OP, for the best race are metallic, Dragonborn, human, and Tiefling. So still Dragonborn is a favorite race for all of them, I think. But I'm not sure because I didn't like the view of Dragonborn, so that's why I didn't use it. And you have to pay for it. So okay, so okay, another resources I check it out from Facebook, Neverwinter Paladin, Hildins, and Tangadin. So this is from the admin itself. Zack Scott said that I would just like to say to all of you who put human as their race, their runs, their true hates time, I see another human. So you've been weighed, you have been measured, you have been found one thing. So he didn't like human as a paladin at all. So I don't know, because he said it's alright. Some info from Tony said that I pick human because I think Dragonborn and Tiefling are ugly as fuck. Nice to have some variety. Yeah, I agree with him because Tiefling and Dragonborn are very low design, I think. So if you like to become the lizard, then go ahead. I'm not prefer to use that. Alright, some info there here. You can there has some debates, some saying that before this he ran human, then he switched Tiefling, then he got more aggro and damage. I don't know how they calculate it, but for me, when I'm using Stella before that, I'm just using human. I never used at other classes, but I never lost aggro and I never lost any of any problem using human, right? So maybe they want more to use Tiefling, but it's up to you. Okay, alright. So the next one I see it from Neverwinter Paladin group in the Facebook. Okay, so in this group is also a variety choices of the choices of the race that they want to use for Paladin. So let's check it out. Okay, here is, hi, I'm a new. Quick question, which race do you recommend for RP and why? So Ben Ferguson here saying that using Tiefling, the racial traits are nice. Debuff the reduced target's power when the target is 50% health, you get damage buff. So Emperor Trot, he said human has extra feed, usually based for you don't want to spend money for Dragonborn. Yes, Dragonborn is, you need to spend money to buy the Dragonborn. Here's from Ben that free one humans or Tiefling, brought the box, drop Dragonborn or Metallic Dragonborn. So DB is the choices, some of them, and Tiefling is second, and another one is human. Okay, so as a conclusion of all of the information that I got from all the groups, so I want to make a new Stella. Let's review one by one what we can see here. So for human, if you can see that human race, so we check the ability. He's a versatile defense. Your defense is 3% higher than the other races. I think races defense is not that important for paladin, but I think that's not a problem. Alright, next is ability score is +2 of to any ability score, so you can +2 any ability. So I will put 2 extra at my con. And then heroic effort, you get an additional heroic feat point at level 10, 15 and 20, so you get 3 heroic feat. Then and I think that's the best thing to plus on the heroic feat, because if you want to more crit, you can plus on the 3 the crit, or you have, if you don't have a human, you're not using human, you have to remove 3 heroic effort that you have to remove. So that's the problem. Everyone asking me what I want to lose here, crit or health or anything. So yeah, that's the difference between human and other races. So okay, I will discuss that later. Okay, we check it out, other races. Alright, next is Half-orc. So for Half-orc, you can see that ratio ability Furious Assault, so your critical severity is 5% higher than the other races, causing you to deal more damage when you deliver a critical. I think this more to the more than DPS class, because he's got the critical severity and you can deliver critical strike. So if you want to use a paladin using Half-orc, the problem is that the ability score, you double check here, is grants you 2 dexterity and either 2 constitution or 2 strength. So you will get 2+ on dexterity. So this is a loss for us for paladins. So if you don't use dexterity on paladin. Alright, another one is swift charge. Yeah, you gain 10% bonus to run speed for 3 seconds when you enter combat. This effect can only occur once every 20 seconds. So if you want to run speed at the dungeons, this is what you have to use the Half-orc. But why you want to run 10% bonus? I think this one is very not useful at all. But the critical severity is okay. Alright, okay, so next one, I didn't like the look of Half-orc also. Alright, this one is Wood Elf. So Wood Elf is Elven Archery. His ratio ability is your critical chance is 1% higher than that other races. So if you want to make a critical chance, I think this is for DPS also, for critical chance, for higher critical chance, but only 1% only. So ability score, you grant 2+ dexterity and either 2 intelligence or wisdom. So again, you get the 2 dexterity. So this is especially for DPS, not for paladin. While step, you have 10 resistance to effect that slow your movement. I don't know what to say about this, because you have 10% resistance. So maybe you can resist them from the slow effect. So not that good, but I think the critical chance 1% higher is good for DPS only, not our class. But if you want to use this, I'm not sure what's the dexterity is not useful at all. Alright, next is what call it, Sun Elf. So before I play, first I want to play, I want to use the Sun Elf before this, but when I'm discussing, I'm reading some of information that nobody used the Sun Elf. So this is a racial ability, you can double check it here in the calm. Your inner peace and serenity allow you to focus more clearly on the task at hand. Your action point gain is 2% higher than the other races. So your action point actually with 2% higher than other races. I don't know, because we need the action point actually. So it's very okay actually. I think for ability score is grants you intelligence +2 and either dexterity or charisma. So you can use for charisma, but it grants you intelligence that we don't use intelligence at all. So we use intelligence, but not that focusing. So we only use con and charisma. So I'm not sure. So for Sun Elf Grace, your exemplary grace increase your instance to control effect by 10%. This is not good for Paladin. So only I think the income, if you want to fast your AP, I think you need to buy legendary mount snail. So yeah, that's how to make a fast AP. Or others like using sigil of devoted, maybe. All right. So next one is Dwarf. Okay, this is I recommend one of the races that recommended by the Facebook and the Reddit. So Dwarf here is our racial ability is stand your ground. You have 20% increased resistance effect that knock and push you. This is very good if you are want to be a fully tank here. You have 25 increased resistance effect. Secondly is the ability score. It grants you 2 constitutions and either 2 strength or 2 wisdom. So this is also okay because you can use 2 con +2 con and +2 wisdom. So but my build is more on concha. So if you want to use the build for con wisdom, better use the dwarf because he got the +2 each of them, right? Each of the ability. So the next one is cast iron stomach. You have 10% increased damage resistance to damage over time effect. So it's okay. It's very good. It's worth 2 defenses build if you want to use dwarf. But the look of it, I'm doing my before this I'm doing my GWF using a dwarf, but I still like the look of it because it's too grumpy and short. Yeah, so my first important is preference is the look. So because you want to play this forever, so you want your character must be look good, right? Alright, the next one is Halfling. So Halfling racial ability, nimble reaction is your small structure and quick movement give you deflect chances 3% higher than the other races. Yes, this is also not used in the PvE. Yeah, PvE. So I think if you're using PvP, I think this is okay, but who plays PvP anyway? Okay, ability score grant you 2 dexterity. Again, dexterity we not use it, and either 2 charisma or 2 constitution. So okay, another one is bold. Your fearless nature increase you resistant to control effect by 10%. So you increase the resistant control effect by 10%. I never see Paladin using this Halfling, but I think for DPS it's okay because if the build is more into deflection. Paladin, no, we don't use deflection for PvE. Alright, next one is half elf. Okay, for half elf, this is the racial ability. The lantern grants 1+1 to a non-class ability score. This bonus is ultimately determined by your classes. So grants 1+. Okay. Ability score is grants you 2 constitution, either 2 charisma and 2 wisdom. Alright, then next for success, you're naturally better at many phases at your life. Your deflection chances, critical severity, and goal bonus are each 1% higher than the other races. So half elf is not that bad because you get the ability score of 2 constitution, and you get also you can use 2+ on charisma, and also you also 1% higher on your deflection chances and critical severity. So we need a bit of critical severity, but not the deflection. But if you want to play PvP, PvE, PvP, then deflection chances are we need to use a deflection chances. So I'm considering this half-life is okay, but not that good, but it's okay if you want to use the half-elf. Alright, the next one. So for Tiefling, this is what people are recommended for some of the guide I read. So for racial ability here, Blood Hunt, you deal an additional 5% damage to target below half dead, so you can deal a damage 5% if the target below is half health. Is for good for DPS. Ability score is grant you 2 plus 2 charisma and either to constitution or to intelligence. Also good, you can use charisma and constitutions. And Infernal Wrath, when you receive damage, you have a 10% chances to apply Infernal Wrath to your attacker for 5 seconds. This effect reduces the target power by 5%. So this is more to debuff power. It debuff the power of your enemy. So this is why people are suggesting Tiefling, because you can deal damage if the mobs are half health, or if the boss is half health, and you got the 2 charisma and 2 constitutions, and you can debuff the enemy. So you can debuff 5%, lower his power. So it's very good. I'm very suggesting the Tiefling too, but to look at it, I prefer human than Tiefling. It's my preferences. So don't judge me. But you can use your Tiefling if you want to change a bit. So if the Tiefling look like the one in the games Terra, then I will change to Tiefling, but I don't like the look of this at all. So I don't like the look of the Tiefling. It look bad. So let's move on. The last one is Draw. So for Draw is we read about their racial abilities. First one is Darkfire. When attacking a foe, you have 5% chances to apply Darkfire for 4 seconds. This effect reduces the target defense by 10%. Against defense, we don't use defense at all. Ability score grants you 2 dexterity, either 2 charisma or 2 wisdom. Against 2 dexterity, there's a minus there. Then lastly is your recovery against fight to. Why we need to campfire recovery at campfire? Because when you end game, you need the campfire. You have your regen and anything, so anything can. I don't know. This is not that good race. Alright, so there we go. I have reviewed all the free races except for Dragonborn. I don't have the Dragonborn because you have to buy Dragonborn, and I'm not using Dragonborn. So, for my conclusion, I'm thinking that I still want to use human for my new Stella, because okay, here's the conclusion. If you want for better power share, use human or Dragonborn, better than the Tiefling. So if you want slightly damage and debuff, better Tiefling. And if you want better damage, then you use Dragonborn. And if you want to go for power share and beautiful, go for human. So there you go. So that's my conclusion, that you can choose either Tiefling or human or Dragonborn. If you have money, then you go to Dragonborn and you can use that lizard forever, that look. But if you want more more flexible, you can get the free feed, because you have you can maximize your what you call it, the heroic, then go for human. and if you want for more damage and more debuff, then go for Tiefling. But if like I said that it's up to you. I don't have any encourage you to use human, but it's my preference. It's my personal preference because humans are more beautiful, usually, but not like Terra. But it's okay. I like how the paladin looks in human. That's all. It's my preference, personal preference. All right. So okay, for my score here with plus 2 constitutions in the 18 there, do we have 19 plus 2? Okay, so we just roll here to get the base reroll score. Okay, I think this one is okay. Constitution 18 plus 2 will be 18, 20, and the charisma is 16. So the wisdom in 12, and every others is 10, 10, 10. So this is the best. I think is I recommend what the ability score for human. All right. So there you go. Here I will do my character. So this will be a long video, not long video, it's very fast video how I make I revive back Stella. So Stella is I'm using same structure, and I have to use same structure and same I try to find her the same face. So let's check it out how I make my Stella. So there you go. There's my before this is Stella. So here my new Stella on your left, and I choose Tempest of my classes. Yeah. All right. So here we go, and there you go. This I finished my new character, the new adventure for my new Stella. I will update more of my videos soon, so just check it out, and thanks for watching guys, and hope more support from you guys. Okay, bye bye.